All right, here we go. Good morning. So last week, last Wednesday, during our TED Talk, we talked about Stoicism and other things that surround the idea of it. One of the things that I came away with from that too is the importance of focusing on the things that you can control rather than trying to fix things you have no control over, you know, like the weather, or there are so many other things that are beyond our control. Even, you know, when you go for a walk and there's someone who is not paying attention to social distance, so it's up to you, but I can walk around them. So I can control that. I can't control that other person. So it's things like that, to look for those things that we can fix and fix them rather than agonizing over what we cannot. So with that in mind, we will come inside and today is the new moon. So because of the new moon, you know, we will have to do a moon salutation today. So you'll get ready for that. And come inside. Close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Follow your breath. Fill your lungs all the way up to capacity, and then when you do, hold that fullness for 3 counts, hold it, and then exhale very, very slowly. And when you're completely empty, get a little emptier and hold it for a count of 3. Hold that emptiness. Notice what that feels like. Inhale and hold it for a count of 3, filling your lungs up to capacity, emptying in a slow, long exhale, and holding that, and continue that at your own pace. And that retention of breath at the top and bottom of your breath is called kumbhaka, and it is about focus. The ability to focus. And it brings your breath, it helps it to travel to your third eye for greater focus. Return to your natural breath. And slowly open your eyes to take in the light. And we're going to start working on our neck. So we're going to be cross-legged for a little bit. So at any time, you know, send your legs straight out in front of you, or switch the crossing of your legs if you feel your legs are falling asleep. So let's start working on our neck. Send your left ear to your left shoulder. And feel the stretch on the right side of your neck. And breathe into it. Take a deep breath, feeling you're filling that spot, and exhaling. Do that 2 more times. And then after your last exhale, bring your head to neutral and over to the other side. And feel the stretch on your left side, the left side of your neck. And do the same thing here. 3 deep breaths into that side of your neck. Feel it release on your every exhale. And then bring your head back to center. Send your nose up to the ceiling. And then back down to your chin to your chest. Do that twice more. And then you'll bring your head to neutral. Bring your chin to your chest. And this time, use your nose to make circles in front of you. Make a great big circle with your nose, like you were drawing, like you dipped your nose in a little ink and you're drawing a circle. And then the next time your chin is to your chest, go the other way and go slowly so you don't get dizzy. And when your chin is to your chest next, you're going to pause here for a moment. And then very slowly lift your head to neutral so that you will not be dizzy. Wonderful. Let's start working on our shoulders now. Send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Go the other way. Back, up, forward, and down. Back, up, forward, and down. And then one more time, go forward, up, back, and down. And let your arms just fall naturally. We're going to do bat wings. So bring your arms in front of you, one forearm on top of the other. Just remember which arm is on top because we're going to do this twice and we want the other arm on top the next time. All right, so lower your head inside your arms. So imagine you're upside down in a cave or hanging from a tree, in a barn, wherever bats hang out. And then nighttime falls. And you're going to begin to open your wings. So begin to open them very, very slowly. And you're going to open them and allow your fingers to point forward so that your wings aren't fully opened quite yet. And then you're going to send your elbows back behind you as if they could touch each other. Just getting ready for our morning flight. And then open your wings fully. Palms facing forward. Inhale, exhale, curl your spine behind you. Bring your palms of your hands together. We're in flight. Exhale, turn the rotation of your arms and send that air away. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, these are cats and dogs we're doing. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. And your arms stay open. Fingers point forward. And then bring the opposite arm on top. Lower your head. Inhale, lift your head up, begin to open your arms, fingers pointing forward. Inhale, exhale, send your elbows back behind you. Inhale, your arms wide open, and here we go into flight. You're going to exhale as you curl your back behind you. Inhale as you push the currents of air away so you can fly with ease, and continue to fly. Undulating your spine as you open your arm joints. And then open your wings wide and bring your hands down alongside your body. Wonderful. Okay, so again, check your legs. You might want to change the crossing of your legs or send them straight out in front of you. So you're going to sit with your nice mountain spine, hands on your thighs, and you're going to lean forward. And then you're going to go over to the right and then back behind you and over to the other side and forward, making circles, giving your hip joints a little awakening. And your whole hip, you're swinging it all around. And then next time you're facing forward, pause and go the other way. So your circles can be very big or they can be little, doesn't matter. Any amount is good. And then come back to center. All right, now send your legs straight out in front of you and shake them out. Shake them out, rotate them. All right, good. And you're going to come to Dandasana. Your hands alongside your hips, fingers pointing forward, elbows reaching behind you. Feet are flexed, toes to the ceiling, leg muscles engaged. You're going to inhale and exhale. Bring your hands down to your heart. Inhale, gather. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. This time you're going to add your knees. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, straighten and point. Inhale, bend and flex. Exhale, straighten and point. And continue at your own pace. And the next time your hands are down, your legs are straight, pause. Release your hands, your arms, and walk your left hand away from you. Now you're going to make an effort to keep both feet straight out in front of you and not lift. It's easier to lift with your legs out in front, to lift your hip off the mat, but you're going to make an effort to keep your hip down on the mat as you send your left hand away from you. And lift your right arm alongside your ear, bend your left elbow. And reach all the way over to your left. You're going to slowly unfold. And bring your hand back down. All right, so we're going to do the same thing here. So right hand travels away from your hips. Remember to keep your hips down as you lift your left arm and stretch to the right. Long, long stretch. You're going to lift your arms straight up to center. You're going to bend your knees. Inhale, and then on an exhale, you're going to come forward just a little bit. Inhale, and then exhale a little bit more. Inhale, and then exhale, reach for your ankles or the outside of your feet, whatever you can comfortably reach. Inhale, and then exhale, fold. Let your head come down. Release your right leg, straighten your right leg as much as you comfortably can and bring both arms to your left. Straighten both legs if you comfortably can and keep folded over your legs. And then gently, very gently unfold. Good. Excellent. All right. Okay, so we're going to come on to our hands and knees. If you want to place a blanket underneath your knees, then go ahead and do that. And then when you're on your hands and knees, you want your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. You want your arms rotated outward so that the crease of your elbow is coming toward your index finger. And breathe, just breathe. And we're going to do some cats and dogs here now. If, by the way, you have wrist problems, and you can step your hand a little bit forward. Otherwise, they go under the shoulders. Inhale into your dog spine. And while you're here, pause for a moment. And you're going to wag your tail, sending your hips from side to side. And then come back to center and curl, arch your spine for a Halloween cat. And feel that arch moving upward towards the sky as you push into the mat. Feel your tailbone reaching downward. Inhale, your dog, and continue at your own pace. Feel the arches, feel the differences in your spine as you reach down to the floor, as you reach up to the sky. Feel the sensation of this pose. These are things, indeed, that we can control. We can control our body, yeah, most of the time. Next time you're in cat, pause and send your hips to your heels. Lift your hips back up to table. Send your right leg back behind you. You're on the ball of your foot. Swivel your right foot so that the sole of your foot is on the mat, and fan open with your right arm. Fan open. Send your right arm alongside your right ear, and you're going to send your toes in the opposite direction of your fingers with effort. So fingers are moving so that you can stretch your whole side body. Now open up. So take a look at me for a second. You want to open up. Open up instead of being down here, open up. And when you stretch, maybe your toes will come off the mat a little bit because you want to really get that whole side body stretch. And then bring it down. Send your left leg back behind you. Swivel, flatten your foot to the mat, fan open. Arm alongside ear, open up your chest, send your toes away and stretch your whole side body. Feel the stretch. And then bring it down. Then you're going to come to stand on your knees. Okay, good. And you're going to, you can either heel toe your foot in front of you or just step it in front of you. Yeah. And move your foot, walk it away a little bit. Make it longer. I'll go this direction. Make it longer. You're going to inhale and exhale. A warrior one, a knee down warrior one. You're going to come back up and straighten your right leg. You're going to inhale, bend. You're going to exhale, straighten your leg. Inhale. Come back up, don't straighten your leg all the way. Walk your foot back. And then bring it back to the mat. Bring your knee back down where you found it. And then send your left leg out in front of you. And take your time. You get your left leg in front of you the easiest way for your body. So try to keep your hips square with that short end of your mat, the front of your mat. Walk your foot away. And the reason we're walking our foot away is because by doing that, you're giving a greater stretch to your right quadricep muscles, right in here, the back leg quads get a little stretching here. So, warrior one, straighten your leg. Warrior one, straighten your leg. Warrior one, straighten your leg. Now bring your leg a little bit in, and I didn't do this on the other side, and we will go back and do it. This is called Yoga Mudra. When you interlace your fingers, send your knuckles towards the mat. Little baby back bend, yeah. Inhale, exhale, come forward. Make sure you're pressing that left foot into the mat. And for a humble warrior, inhale and come inside your leg if you wish to, or you stay right up, level with your thigh. Either way, maybe you send your knuckles back behind you. And then push into that front leg, foot, and release. Bring your knee back down. And we're going to do that humble warrior on the other side. So send your right leg forward. Yoga Mudra. First, enjoy this back bend. Inhale, exhale forward. Stay right here or inhale and come a little bit farther inside your right leg. Maybe the crown of your head can point to the mat. Let your knuckles lead you back up. And step or walk your leg back. All right, excellent. Okay, so I think it's time to stand so we can do our moon salutation. Right. All right, so we've done this before many times, so we'll go through it very slowly first. And it's one of my favorite salutations because, you know, we always do sun salutations all the time in yoga. And we mustn't neglect the moon, the goddess. All right. So separate your legs wide, toes pointing forward. Send your arms in a V shape. And just stand there in your majesty. This is a 5-pointed star, the goddess symbol. And then you're going to bring your hands together and either walk or jump your feet together. You can walk them together. Yeah. And I'm going to turn this way because I think you can see it better. We're going to now draw the half moon. So you think of your index finger as your paintbrush or pencil. Inhale, and then exhale, draw that moon right out in front of you. Bend your knees if that will help you to draw that moon. And you're going to pause here for a moment. Bend your knees if they aren't. And on an inhale, you're going to redraw it, and your knees only straighten when you come all the way up to the top of the moon. Keep your fingers right where they are. You're going to inhale, and on an exhale, you're going to do a crescent moon to one side. You're going to inhale to center and exhale, crescent moon, other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, you're going to step your legs apart, coming into a goddess pose. So your feet are at a 45-degree angle, and your goddess can be short like this, yeah, or wider. You want to try and keep your elbows the same height as your shoulders instead of having them pointing to the mat, like a goalpost. And your knees can be bent just a little or a lot, or you can come all the way down here, whatever you like. And goddesses just like to dance, right? So one hand in front of your belly, other overhead. You're going to inhale and exhale and curl, a lateral stretch. Inhale, and then exhale, lateral stretch, other side. Inhale once more on each side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, release your arms, and you're going to turn back to the short end of your mat or to the front. And you'll find yourself, as you swivel, in warrior one legs, right? So your legs are in their own lane, and you're going to square your shoulders off with this, with the front in the front of you. Oh, that didn't come out. And then we're going to interlace our fingers, Yoga Mudra. Send your knuckles to the earth. Straighten your front leg and look at those stars, stargazer. Look at all those beautiful stars. Inhale, exhale, warrior one legs, but you're going to send your torso over like we did when we were on our knees, sending your knuckles back behind you for a quarter moon. You're going to release your hands to the mat and walk them over to the long edge of your mat. Your feet are far away from each other. You're going to hang over. You can bend your knees if that's more comfortable. Hanging over to expose the new moon, the dark side of the moon.
New moon. Bring your hands to the mat and heel toe your feet a little closer together so that you can fly out and up. And bring it down the midline. Okay, so now we'll do it again. And this time we'll go straight into a flow, but it won't be fast, I promise. So let's start with your legs far apart, toes pointing forward. 5-pointed star. I forgot the full moon before, so we're going to do that now. Inhale, exhale, feel that full moon, a little bit of a back bend. Feel that full moon behind you. It's like you're leaning up against it. And you're going to come to a mountain spine, bring your hands together, leave your legs where they are. And this time we're going to draw the half moon with our legs exactly where they are. You're going to take those index fingers, inhale and then exhale and bend your knees if that works better for you. Fingers to the mat. Inhale, retrace that moon. Now you're going to step or jump your feet together. Let's start with our crescent moon on the other side that we started before, if you can remember which side you started on. Inhale to center, exhale, crescent moon. Inhale to center, jump or step into your goddess. And this time, goddess is going to do a different dance. She's just going to wave her hips in both directions. All right. And then come back to center. Release your arms. Swivel. Warrior one legs. Interlace your fingers, yoga mudra. Straighten your leg and look at those stars, stargazer. Inhale, exhale, come forward over your thigh. Send the crown of your head one way, your knuckles the other for a quarter moon. Release your arms. Walk them around, wide-legged. Forward fold. Come, let that new moon shine. Bring your hands to the mat, bend your knees if they aren't already, and walk them a little bit closer. Fly out and up and down the center line. Great. Right, excellent. So bring your chin to your chest. Roll your shoulders down and begin your journey. Bend your knees back down to the mat. And you're going to come to sit first with your legs straight out in front of you. In Dandasana, the staff pose. And then you're going to send your arms in front of you with palms facing each other. And you're going to come down to your mat in the count of 10. If you can do 15, go for it. And again, as I always say, rather don't let your back slap down on the mat, let your forearms down first if you feel that might happen. Using your core to help you hold that last few numbers before you get all the way down. And once you're there, breathe, just breathe. Bring the soles of your feet to the mat. Lift your hips just a little bit to lengthen your spine, moving your hips towards your heels to lengthen your spine. And breathe. Step your feet to the ends of your mat. And bring your arms into that cactus shape, the goddess shape. You're going to inhale, and on an exhale, you're going to send your knees over to the left and close the book, putting forearm on forearm, rolling over on your side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other way, like you close the book. Inhale, open it. Exhale, close. Couple more times. Next time you are on your right side, pause, come back to center. Bring your knees into your chest. One hand on each knee. Bring your knees as far into your chest as is comfortable. And then send them both away. Notice the arch is more pronounced when you send your knees away. Notice how your back body flattens on the mat completely when your knees come into your chest. Continue to do that a few more times, massaging your lower back. Slow is best, like a massage. And then the next time your knees are away from you, release them and bring your feet to the mat. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Foot is flexed, right foot is flexed. You want to push your right knee away from you a little bit. So straighten your arm, push that right knee away. And release it. And push it away. And release it. And push it away. When we do this, we're exercising the piriformis muscle, which is a horizontal muscle inside your hip. And it is one of the places, the most frequent places where the sciatic nerve gets ensnared in that muscle. So we want to keep it flexible so we avoid sciatica. And now bring your left leg into your chest, keeping your right foot flexed. You're taking hold of the back of your left thigh, interlaced fingers. Now use your elbow to try and keep that right knee away. You want a right angle, and that also helps with that, those muscles to help with your sciatic nerve. Then send your left leg straight up to the sky, and let's take this opportunity to give our ankle a last bit of exercise here. So rotate your foot in both directions and point and flex, point and flex. And then release, bring everything down, uncross your legs. Let's do the other side. Take a breath in between, crossing left over right. Again, flex your foot, push your left knee away and release it, push it, release it, push it, release it, push it. Bring your right leg into your chest, or left arm comes inside the middle and around your right thigh. Use your elbow to move that left knee away. Keep your left foot flexed. And this is most of the time you hear this as a pigeon variation because your leg is in pigeon position, but it's really meant to help with sciatica. So stretch your right leg up to the ceiling and rotate your foot. And then release it. Send one leg away, then the other. Let your arms come down by your sides to come in, to bring you into Shavasana. Let your legs splay open naturally. Rotate your arms so that the palms of your hands are facing upward. Your fingers curl like two lotus flowers. Feel your whole back body giving in to gravity. Om Namah Shivaya. I surrender to transformation and welcome the changes that will lead me to who I am. Deepen your breath to begin the reawakening process. Roll your head from side to side. Make gentle movements with your hands and your feet. Send your arms overhead, your feet away from you for a deep body yawn, big stretch. Then bring your knees into your chest and hug them and roll from side to side. And then come back to center and roll on to your sun side and to expose the moon side, the western side, your left side of your body. And then when you're ready, make your way up to sit. Bring your hands to your heart. And think about the idea, perhaps in the course of your day, about focusing on the things you can control and letting go of those which you cannot. Loka samasta sukhino bhuvantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Namaste.